Julie Andrews said the very first thing. Okay, the very first thing was do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's why I played that one today. Anyway, welcome everyone to our improvisation and composition and all kinds of goodies. If you don't know me already, my name is Marlene Moore, and I'm very, very happy to be doing this. This is going to be fun. So sit back. You might want to take some notes. What I'm planning for our other sessions is that there will be not so much focus on me, more focus on the keyboard, and that way you'll be able to see what I'm doing a little closer. But this is really our introductory video, okay? I have to start at the beginning, like Julie Andrews suggested, because a lot of people don't know anything about improvisation. A lot of people don't know very much about playing from memory. I've been told that a lot of people don't know an awful lot about composition or improvisation, and that's what we're hoping to do. Why am I doing these videos? Why? Well, a few years ago I realized that there was a huge gap in the musical education for piano teachers. We all got stuck on doing nothing but notation. In fact, what I've learned by being on some of the Facebook groups is that an awful lot of teachers feel that memorization, for one thing, is not that important. This really surprised me because memorization is the key to learning how to improvise, learning how to compose music, learning how to have a good ear and to play by ear. Although I do prefer the term auditory learning, because that's what it is. But we're all used to this, aren't we? We're all used to seeing the notation. And you know, I always say to my students, the notation is really a map. That's all it is. This is the map to the buried treasure. Chopin knew about this. Beethoven knew about this. So did Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff. They all knew about this. All composers know about this. I know about this. So this is Fantasy Impromptu. And let's pretend we're just learning it. So we have to kind of stare at every note and, in my case, get the glasses on and hope for the best here with mistakes. Tedious. There's no flow to it. And no matter how often you do that, as long as you're staring straight ahead here at this notation, which we make kids do all the time, there's not much music happening. So what I want to do is to help the music to get happening. So let's take the glasses off here and let's put the map away. Let's put Fantasy Impromptu back in the cupboard. That's where I keep my music. It's in the cupboard. Because those maps are in my brain. That's where yours are going to be too. So let's just put some flow into it. I won't play the whole thing because we only have half an hour. So how do we get flow into our music? We memorize it one step at a time. It's so important. We have to develop our ear. And you know what? What we're really developing is the brain. They've done all kinds of studies now to do with music. And what happens when we learn how to improvise, how to memorize, how to compose music, is that auditory function in our brain literally stretches. It gets bigger. I didn't know that until last year. And I thought, well, I wonder why it is that I can still remember pieces from when I was a student. And that's why. Because I've done so much of it that my brain, in the auditory function part, I don't know what it's called, but it's the auditory function part of my brain, it got bigger, it stretched, okay? That's what I want to do with you. I want to stretch your brains, okay? Hope that doesn't sound too horrible. I want you to experience being able to do this, to be able to listen and to improvise and to play by ear, auditory learning, to do these new things. The same as if you took up painting. I'm also an artist, you know. And a long time ago, when I was first painting, I remember I painted a great big canvas for my mother. And I gave it to her for Mother's Day. And she was absolutely astonished. And she said to me, I'll never forget this, but she said, I could never do that. And those words stuck with me. My mother said, after she said she liked it and thank you and everything, she said, you know, I could never do that. And I said to her, have you ever tried? No, she had never tried. Because her mindset was that no, she would never be able to do this. So mindset plays a huge part in this too. It is the idea of, well, I'm going to learn this new thing. I'm going to make all piles of mistakes, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it my own way. I'm going to experiment and I'm going to do it. I know that I will master this to the best of my ability. You may not be able to play a huge, big, long thing by ear, but you might be able to play Doe a Deer, that we just did. You might be able to play 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Do you remember that? 99 bottles of beer in the wall, 99 bottles of beer. If one of the bottles should happen to fall, there'd be 98 bottles of beer in the wall. I'm not noted for my singing. But that's what this is. It is a melody and it is a harmony. Melody right hand, harmony left hand. That's your homework. Play, starting on C, the not middle C, the C above C, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. I want you to do that at home and sing it. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. If one of the bottles should happen to fall, there'll be 98 bottles of beer on the wall. And then I want you to take your left hand and go C, E, G, triad of C, E, G. When you move up to the D, I want you to go to the F chord. Excuse me. Yeah, and F, A, D. You can fad. And when you go to the B, I want you to play G, B, D. that piece, but that's the theme and variations on 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Maybe we could top that up with something like Amazing Grace. How are we going to play that one? Well, everything starts with melody. Melody's usually in the right hand, so let's work out that melody. If you don't know the note, fish around until you get it. It starts on G. We're in the key of C major. C major. This one starts on G for Amazing Grace. So G, C, E. Now, don't try any left hand yet. Just get your melody first. Some of you would know how to do a melody already. And if that is so, you're ahead of the game a lot. So work on the melody. Don't get any notation out. So what if you do this? That's fine. That's fine. Just sing it as you go along. Da, da, da. And if you do da, 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 find the spot where you're having the glitch. In order to improvise, to play by ear, there's one thing that is absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. You have to be willing to make mistakes. Because to find these notes auditorily, to find the tones, you have to get your ear tuned up to find the right spots, right? And if you make the mistake, it's not a bad thing. It's teaching you where not to go. So if we do this, okay, you know that's the wrong spot. Hit another one and say, is this it? Da, 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 da. Is this it? Now where do we go? No, that's not it. We want da, 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 da. Not that one. There it is. There it is. It's an A, right? That's wonderful. Don't write it out. Don't write it out. Keep it up here in your mind. For some of you who have never done this, this might be enough for you to do this week. Just enough for that. Put a chord with it if you like. C, E, G. Now I'm going to go to F, A, D. Or, if you want that one. So I've gone from C to F. How do I know when to change that? Now, what if I just stay there? That's not that great, is it? That would be better. C, F, A, that would be a whole lot better. So, my ear tells me when to change. And keep telling that. Paste it on the wall if necessary. I must make mistakes to learn this. So, C chord. So you're going from C, E, G now to C, F, A. Okay, enough for you. Have to start at the beginning every time. The most important scales, chords, and arpeggios to learn for improvisation. You don't have to learn them all, but you really should learn C major, G major, F major. Those are the important ones. A minor, C minor, D minor. Those are the ones that are used the most in improvisation. They are probably the easiest ones for you for right now. So C major, G major, F major. And then we go to A minor, C minor, D minor. So your homework this week is to practice C major, G major, F major, A minor, C minor, D minor, scales, chords, arpeggios. I hope you have something called the Brown Book. It's called the Brown Book, Scales, Chords, and Arpeggios, because you need to know an awful lot about chords and arpeggios in order to do this. C major, major triads, C major triads broken, C major arpeggios. And doing an arpeggio, the third swivels. The elbow does not swivel. The elbow stays down, but the third finger swivels. There you go. I hope you're teaching that. Hang on to their elbow when they're doing that. Okay, same thing for the left hand. C major. Triads. Broken. You don't need to do the arpeggios with the left hand. They're not used as much. Only the arpeggio with the right hand. So for this week only, do C major. All the C major stuff. But copy down what are the important ones. Look in your technique book, your Brown Book, Scales, Chords, and Arpeggios. Look up G major, F major, A minor, C minor, D minor. Okay? C major has no sharps, no flats. G major has one sharp. F sharp. F major has one flat. With the fourth finger on that flat. And then A minor, you can look these up. You don't need to play them, but practice the C major one. A minor. A minor triads. A minor triads broken. A minor arpeggio. C minor. Sorry, one flat. B flat, E flat. Triads. Triads broken. Do that one again. To play, not starting on middle C, but to start up here. You see When I wrote the Back to Basics piano books, I think you're probably all familiar with that name by now. I'm the creator of all the Back to Basics piano books for the Back to Basics piano method. When I wrote that, I made sure that we did not start on the middle C position, because who wants to fight over the thumbs? It just doesn't work. It starts up here for the Back to Basics and down here. Starts down here. Starts in that area there. Works a lot better. Okay, that was just a little aside. And then D minor. Triads. Broken. Arpeggio. Why am I giving you this? Because music is made up of scales, chords, arpeggios. That's it. That's it for piano music. That's what piano music is made up of. Scales, chords, arpeggios. That's it. They're all turned in different ways, but that's what they're made up of. Okay? So, you can also try to do our do-a-deer that I showed you in the beginning. Start on C, the C above middle C, and see how far you can get with that. So the first one is on C, E, G. The next is a D, so we want the chord with a D in it. B, D, G, right next door to middle C. Okay, how do I know this? How do I know this stuff? Well, I know that C and E and G goes with C, E, G, duh. That's pretty easy, isn't it? D and F goes with B, D, G. That's a good one there. That goes very well with it. You can also do B, F, G. That one works too. So, now, I'm on an E, and I said that C and E and G go with C, E, G down here. So that's my signal. There's an E here, so I've got this chord. Now, I said that D and F go with this one. It says B, D, G. So that's the one. That's my clue. It goes with that one. Or you can put an F instead of a D. Okay, let's review that. C, E, G goes with this chord. C, E, G. D, F goes with B, D, G that lives right next door. Okay? And I'll go that far again. Review that. Okay, now I'm going to a D, so I have to move to the chord that has the D in it. Now I'm going to an E. This means I'm back to the C chord. Now, I'm on an F, and we said that F and D go with this. It can be that one, or you can move up to the F, this one, F, A, C. This is a nice one for here too. How do I know that? Well, this one has A in it, and this has F, A, C, so it kind of makes sense for that that much. C. D goes to the second chord. E goes to the C, E, G chord. F goes to, I think I'll choose this one, F, A, C. I like that one. That's probably far enough for you for now. Maybe you'll even figure out the rest of it. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Okay. Do a deer is probably the best place for you to start. If you don't finish it all, that's okay. If you don't finish the whole thing, that's okay. So what we're going to do next week is we'll review a little bit of this, but what you should do for this week is to make sure that you've worked on C major, your C major scale, your triads, and your arpeggios. Very, very important, especially for the right hand. Because when you get moving into this later on, your right hand's going to be very, very busy. So is your left hand. Okay? That would be good. I guess you're sensing the idea that technique is pretty important, huh? Yes. Technique is the basis of piano. It is. I hope you're teaching scales, chords, and arpeggios to your students. That's the best thing you could ever do for them. The Brown Book, Scales, Chords, and Arpeggios, that is the piano Bible. That's not to be sacrilegious, but that is the Bible for learning how to play the piano. It all boils down to technique. Technique and memorization, and your ability to listen, and your ability to stretch that brain through some improvisation. Now, this was pretty beginning stuff here. I'm going to eventually get into stuff that is a little more advanced, but we do need to start at the beginning. And I know that there's an awful lot of you on here that haven't had any of this ever. Okay? Have you noticed that I really haven't done any theory? I haven't used any theoretical terms like dominant seventh and G seventh, and it moves to the second or third. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I want you to learn how to listen to find your own tones, as I showed you in Do a Deer. Did you notice I made a mistake? I did. I wasn't sure of something, but I went back and I corrected it. Did you notice that? You have to make mistakes in order to get it right. Let's try that little section again. There's the spot. There's the spot. So I know that's wrong, so I go back and I do that again. There's an F sharp and a G sharp in that. That's a tricky spot, isn't it? Okay? Alrighty. Good. I've had fun today. I hope you have too. We're gradually going to learn things one step at a time. And your homework is those scales, chords, arpeggios, and I'll see you on here. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me either on one of the groups, or you can message me, or leave it here on the video, on the outside of the video. okay, in the comment section. That was great fun. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.